Hi everyone, I'm Ben, co-founder of Ascend Finance. If you're here, you're maybe facing some tough financial challenges and are considering Chapter 7 bankruptcy. It's a big decision with both pros and cons. In this video, we'll walk you through major benefits and downsides of Chapter 7 bankruptcy to help you understand your options. Let's go over 4 key benefits and 5 main drawbacks of a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And if you have any questions, please comment below, as I love to answer as many questions as you have. Finally, this video is just for informational purposes only and shouldn't be construed as legal advice. The first benefit we're going to talk about is stopping debt collection activity. The first major benefit is that Chapter 7 bankruptcy stops all collection activities. Once you file, an automatic order called the automatic stay takes effect. This means creditors have to stop calling you, sending letters, and suing you. If you're dealing with nonstop calls or even a wage garnishment, filing for Chapter bankruptcy can bring immediate relief. This break can give you breathing room to focus on rebuilding without the pressure of the collections. The second benefit is the speed of Chapter 7 discharge. One of the huge advantages of Chapter 7 is how quickly you get the fresh start. Unlike other options that can take years, a typical Chapter 7 bankruptcy case wraps up in 90 to 120 days. That means you could go from overwhelmed with debt to discharge forgiven debts in just a few months. This speed can be a real lifesaver if you're looking for immediate relief. Now, the third benefit we're going to talk about is the fact that Chapter 7 bankruptcy is a lower cost option to many debt relief options. Chapter 7 also tends to be one of the least expensive debt relief options. Attorney fees are often much lower compared to Chapter 13 bankruptcy, which can require a monthly payment for 3 to 5 years. Similarly, debt, settlement, and nonprofit credit counseling often have higher fees and take much longer. With Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you often pay a one-time upfront fee or through a short payment plan, making it more affordable for many people. Now, if you're wondering what the Chapter 7 all-in cost would be for you specifically, which includes the filing fees and attorney fees, we built a free Chapter 7 calculator that I linked in the description below that estimates that exact cost based on where you live. It's 100% free and you don't have to provide any personal information unless you want additional help. Another big advantage of Chapter 7 bankruptcy is debt forgiveness. Most unsecured debts, like credit cards, medical bills, and personal loans, can be eliminated in Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Imagine walking away from a mountain of debt and not having to worry about having to pay it back. Now, it's important to note that some debts, like recent taxes, student loans, may not qualify for discharge. But for most unsecured debts, Chapter 7 can give you that fresh start that you're looking for. Of course, Chapter 7 bankruptcy has downsides too. So let's go over a few main ones to consider as you weigh your options. First, not everyone qualifies for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Not everyone qualifies for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and that's where the Chapter 7 bankruptcy means test comes into play. The means test is a calculation that compares your household income, what you're making, to the median income level in your state. Essentially, it's there to make sure Chapter 7 bankruptcy is reserved for people who truly can't pay back their debts. For example, here's the means test numbers for one state that are effective for filings from November 1st, 2024 that will most likely go well into 2025. If you're wondering if you qualify for the Chapter 7 bankruptcy, the free Chapter 7 calculator I mentioned earlier estimates your qualification as well as in addition to the cost, so you get both in the same calculation. Second main con may be the impact to your credit report. The first downside is the impact of your credit. Filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy may lower your credit score depending on your situation. In fact, if you already have a low score, that effect may be less noticeable, or it actually could go up. I've heard of it going up before. And while bankruptcy itself stays on your credit report for 10 years, many people may start seeing credit opportunities recover in about 2 to 3 years. Plus, credit cards and car loans may be available almost immediately, though often with higher interest rates. Now, the third major con may be that you could lose non-exempt assets. Now, Chapter 7 bankruptcy is often called a liquidation bankruptcy because in some cases, certain assets may be sold to help pay off the creditors. Now, many states have exemptions that protect essentials like your home equity, some car, and retirement accounts. However, if you have valuable assets outside those exemptions, such as a second car or other high valuable items, the trustee could sell them to satisfy the debts. There's 2 things you can do here. First, you can check with your attorney to understand the risk of you losing your assets. Second, if you're wondering if you specifically will lose your assets as well, the Chapter 7 calculator I mentioned earlier also estimates what you may be losing based on state and federal exemptions. So it has that as well for you to check out. Another con is that not all debts may go away in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. For example, most taxes, child support, alimony, and student loans remain even after bankruptcy is discharged. So if a big part of your debt falls under these categories, Chapter 7 bankruptcy may not actually fully resolve your financial challenges. This is something to keep in mind if you're dealing with a lot of different types of debt. The fifth con that I'm going to talk about is that it may be harder to prevent foreclosure and repossessions. One more drawback to potentially be aware of is that Chapter 7 bankruptcy doesn't include a payment repayment plan, which means it's harder to stop foreclosure or repossessions if you're already behind on your mortgage or car payments. In Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you'd be able to catch up over time. In Chapter 7 bankruptcy, if you want to keep those assets like a home or a car, you may need to be current on those payments or catch up immediately before filing, which can be challenging if you already are stressed and strapped for cash. So you may be wondering, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, it's a big decision, and knowing your unique situation is key. Again, we created that Chapter 7 calculator to help you estimate different things, completely free, linked in the description below. Or if you'd like, we'd love to talk to you too. You can call us at 833-272-3631, and myself or someone on my team would love to chat with you. In the end, whether or not to file Chapter 7 depends on your goals. If you need a fast way to stop creditor harassment, discharge major debts, and get financial resets, Chapter 7 may be helpful, but understanding the impact on your credit report and the limitations on debt discharge may also be important. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this has helped you get a clear picture of Chapter 7 bankruptcy as an offer. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks again for watching.